following the leaked Supreme Court decision that suggests Roe v. Wade will be overturned. Many Americans of childbearing age are wondering what they can do now to prepare for that possibility. Of course, reproductive health care providers on the front lines of this debate have been thinking about this for quite some time. Raegan Marty is the operations director for the West Alabama Women's Center, and the author of Handbook for a Post-Roe America. Dr. Raegan McDonald-Mosely is a practicing OB-GYN and the CEO of Power to Decide, a sexual health and planning nonprofit. They both joined NPR's All Things Considered to provide some guidance on what reproductive health care might look like in the future, and how people can keep themselves informed and prepared if Roe v. Wade is overturned. This interview has been lightly edited on what would be immediately outlawed in states with trigger laws like Alabama, if Roe v. Wade is overturned. Raegan Marty, so I want to explain really quickly, that although half of the states are likely to have no access to legal abortion, there are very few stopped. So it's a time period before something will go immediately into effect. For us, in Alabama, that's not the case. And that means that we have to be sure that if we have patients who are in for care, they will be in the waiting room, and we have to make sure that we have them either beginning the dilation process or already taking their pills before a decision comes down, which for us would be at 9 a.m. We usually have our patients in at 8, but we're moving our patients in even earlier on any day that could potentially be a decision day, just to make sure that we can care for as many as possible before we can't anymore. On what options a pregnant person has in an anti-abortion state. Raegan Marty, there are a number of different options that a person can undergo. Some of them involve trying to go to a clinic outside of their state. That requires research. There are abortion funds and practical support groups that can help provide financial assistance and logistical support. But also, what we're seeing is that most people, especially in the South, have an immense amount of difficulty to be able to afford all of the bus tickets, plane tickets, time off of work. That's simply not going to be doable for a lot of them. What to look for in an OB-GYN clinic to make sure it is legitimate and safe. Dr. Raegan McDonald-Mosely, so the first thing is to identify where you can go. We have a resource at Power to Decide called abortionfinder.org. There's another resource called I Need an A, and these have databases of reliable abortion clinics throughout the country.